Hello and welcome back to another video. Now you might be wondering why I'm out so... BBC News. You might be wondering why I'm out so early in the morning. Well, I'm off to do a descale. It's the first time we've done this descale. It's for the urinals. Later on at some point, hopefully we're going to come back and descale the rest of the site. But this video is going to be purely about the urinals. So if you like urinals, stick around. And yeah, plenty of urinal stuff. Enjoy.
If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to hit subscribe at the end.
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't entirely know what's happened here, but I seem to have lost some of the footage. So I've cleaned this trap out. You can see all the mess in the bucket. I'm just putting it back together. I'm going to give the trap a bit of a wash through. I'm going to stick it back on and then we're going to move on to the next one. Sorry about missing out cleaning out this trap. Like I said, I don't know what's happened to the footage. I definitely recorded it, but yeah, it's completely gone off my GoPro. So the idea of doing this descale is to keep on top of things, is a pre-planned preventative measure to stop the urinals and toilets and things like that backing up. Now, they've only asked us to do the urinals on this visit. Later on down the line, they want the full site done, so that's kitchen, toilets, everything. But for now, we're just focusing on the urinals. I'm just going to give this trap a little clean off and then we'll move on to the next one and you'll actually be able to see me descale the trap because I've definitely got footage for this one. Now looking at the trap from this angle, it looks like either the urinal bowl is slightly too low or the waste pipe's slightly too high. It seems to work, but it just looks like it's sat at a really odd angle. It was a little bit tight, just loosening this one off, so I used my grips just to pop it off. But yeah, we'll take it off and we'll see how much scale is in here. We'll do the usual, scrape the trap out and yeah, get it all clean. The best thing about these urinals is they're not waterless. It's got to be a first, hasn't it, not doing waterless urinals? So we'll see what the difference is between waterless urinals and urinals with water. And yeah, you're not going to see so much sludge on this one. Of course, as always, we're going to get the screwdriver in there and we're going to give it a good scrape out. At this point I heard the system fill in, so I quickly put a little bucket underneath and yeah, as soon as it flushes I'm going to catch all the water hopefully in that bucket so it doesn't make too much of a mess because I forgot to isolate the water. As this is the middle urinal, like I always say, the middle one is always the cleanest. And luckily I managed to get the bucket under in time before it flooded absolutely everywhere, because there's nothing worse than needling on a wet floor, especially in a toilet. As predicted, this was the cleanest one. To be honest, there was hardly anything in that trap. Now I'm going to use this urinal to machine the main line along the back and out to the drain the other side of this wall, which I'll show you a little bit later in this video. This waste pipe actually runs into the gully on the other side of this wall, so what we're going to do is we're going to machine back up the waste pipe from the other end and make sure this pipe's definitely clean. But I thought I'll just machine it a bit from this end as well, because it doesn't harm to do it twice, does it? Right, let's get this trap back on. Now, I know it's not going to fit on there very well because it was never on there very well to start with, but we'll see what we can do. Now onto the trap you've all been waiting for, the furthest from the door. I'm going to make sure I get you a better camera angle on this one, because this is definitely going to be the worst one of the three. Well, this one definitely is the worst of the three, but to be honest with you, it's not terrible. Now remember, this is preventative, so we're not actually here for a blockage, so that explains why the trap's not absolutely rammed full. There's still a nice layer of scale on here, so we're going to get the old screwdriver in there, give it a good scrape out, get as much of that off as possible, just to allow it to have that bit more room to build up and hopefully prevent it blocking. Until next time. If you look into the other side of the trap that I'm not scraping, you can see there's actually more of a layer on that side. Again, this side of the trap had a nice layer of build up in it. Let's get this trap back on. I'm going to chuck a bit of water down each of these urinals just to refill the traps, and then we're going to go around the other side and have a look at the gully. But then I remembered I forgot to scrape out this pipe, so we better do that before putting the trap back on. And look at that for timing, just in time for the urinals to flush. So I've drained the water out of the bucket, and this is all the scale that I've got out of the traps and the pipe work from the urinals on this side. We're now going to go around to the other side and we'll have a look at this gully I've been talking about. This gully used to have a bit of wood on top of it. I recommended the lid was changed about a year ago, and someone else has replaced the lid and they've put an open cover on it like that. Personally, I would have put a sealed cover there. This is in a corridor out the back, so it's kind of back of house, but still, I'm surprised I don't get terrible smells from this. They've also been a bit lazy with it as well. Rather than chip the cement out and put the full cover in, they've actually cut the cover and siliconed it in there. Personally, I wouldn't have done it like that. It's a little bit odd. Now, you can see down in that gully, that's scaled up as well. I'm going to try and get as much out as possible out of here. So I'm going to scrape it around with the screwdriver, put a more waterproof glove on, and yeah, we'll scoop out some of that. I'm sorry my hand's in the way. It was a bit of an awkward one to do without my hand being in the way, to be honest with you. Time to see what we can get out the bottom of this gully pot. Once I've cleaned this pot out a little bit, I'm going to machine back up the waste pipe towards the urinals. I'm also going to put the machine cable down the 4-inch pipe, run into the manhole, which is literally where I'm knelt. Now, like I said, this is going to all be jetted in the near future, so I'm not too bothered about downstream from here. I'm going to put the cable through it anyway, because that'll break off some of that scale, but the jetter will do a much better job. After a bit more scraping and a bit more scooping out, this is the stuff that I got out of the gully pot. The sinks are also connected into these urinals, so I've gone inside. I'm going to run all the hot sinks to soften up that scale. We're then going to machine up that waste pipe and we'll see what comes out. Has anyone else noticed the little red bit of plastic that's stuck in the end of my machine cable? I don't know what it is, but it's been in there for months and it doesn't want to come out. Looking at the colour of the water that's coming back, we're definitely breaking something up in this pipe and getting it running a little bit better than it was before. With the upstream done, I'm now going to do the downstream as well. Like I said, this is a 4-inch pipe, so this cable isn't going to do a perfect job on it, but we're going to be returning and jetting through all of the 4-inch, so this won't be too much of an issue. Obviously, it's not worth setting up the jetter just to jet this short little run, when we're going to be back here in a week or two anyway. Let's see if we got any more scale in the bottom of this pot, and straight away, yeah, there's a nice handful. And then all that's left to do is put this awful cover back on. I said it earlier, I really don't like this cover. I don't know why they've done it like this. It's, yeah, a terrible idea. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, I'll try and reply back to you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel as big as possible. Every single one of you counts. My daughter wants me to get 100,000 subscriber play button. I'm a long way off from that, so if you can help me out, that'd be absolutely brilliant. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Gonna get out of the way or not?
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.